because of the fact that he's like, boxing is manly.
Yeah, exactly.
Literally what it is. But like, it's cool to see how everything kind of ties down. Like, you notice that Miata doesn't really like him at first, and then stuff like that, and then he slowly starts earning respect. You get me? Like,
because like, I don't know. Because here's my thing with Miata's character. Miata always at the beginning viewed Ippo's existence as an insult.
Yeah.
Right. Somebody who could they just got somebody off the street, never done boxing a day in his life. Now they expect him to be a boxer, and for him to be good. That's ridiculous. So it's like when you start boxing, you got to start when you're a kid. You got to start from when the time you're 9 years old.
But yeah, but then that goes back to the talent versus hard work aspect of things.
Even
but
then, Miata's the perfect example of that, because Miata's all talent and all hard work.
True, and so is Ippo now.
Well, Ippo's all hard work.
Yeah.
That's the thing. He has zero talent.
What do you mean?
He hits hard. He hits hard. He's strong.
Talent.
That's not a talent.
That is talent. I'm sorry.
He had no punching technique. He had to be taught how to punch. He was just strong.
Not everybody's strong.
Yes. And you know what they say? When you're not strong, be an outside boxer. How many knockouts did Mayweather have in his career?
Dude, I don't. Very
yeah, he had a few. I know he was like 44-0 or some ridiculous shit like that. I think he had like maybe 5.
That boy was like lightly butterfly tapping people. It's like,
Yeah, but again, he's boxing.
Oh, 100%. That is the sport. Like,
that's the sport.
Like it's not just about who can get the fastest like KO or no, bro. There's so much
about
more
stamina.
Exciting. Not only that,
boxing is not like UFC. Boxing is about stamina and cardio. UFC
like
is about
chess, bro.
Kill ability. Boxing's about stamina, cardio, mind games.
It's a game of chess.
Yes, sir.
It is. Like, it's such an intricate sport that it's...
because...
then I hate the people that say that it's so slow, or it's like, there's not enough action. Like, dude.
I'm about to say 3 controversial things.
Oh, God.
1, I both love and I hate what YouTubers have done to boxing.
Oh, 100%.
Right, I love it and I hate it. 1, I love it because it's getting more people into boxing.
Yeah.
I hate it because they're kind of making boxing into a joke, in the sense of like, oh, let's fucking just get out there and hit each other. Second thing that's probably gonna get a lot of people angry: the YouTubers that know how to box can fucking box. The people that are actually taking it seriously can box. And you know what? I'm gonna go on record and say it. Number 3, Jake Paul's a boxer. That guy can scrap.
Yeah, I mean,
I think he gets way too much unnecessary hate when he is genuinely a decent boxer.
Yeah, I mean, he puts in the hard work.
He works at it, and he's not bad. Dude, man knocked out Tyrone fucking Woodley. Yes, Tyrone Woodley was geriatric, right? At this point. But Tyrone Woodley's a fucking killer.
Yeah.
And like, people are like, oh, but he fought Ben Askren before. But Ben Askren wasn't a striker. Tyron Woodley's a striker.
Ben was just sad.
Tyron Woodley's a striker.
Just sad,
yeah, I know. He beat up some guy's uncle. Like,
yeah.
Dude, man beat Tyron Woodley twice. Beat Anderson Silva. And beating Nate Diaz now.
He did lose to
Tommy Fury.
A
real boxer.
That is true.
A real boxer. But Tommy Fury's been boxing since he's 10 fucking years old.
Yeah,
his older brother's Tyson fucking the Gypsy King Fury.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah.
One of the greatest world heavyweight champions of all time.
True.
Yeah, I know. He has a great title. The Gypsy King.
But yeah, like, he's not a bad boxer. He's not. I hate him as a person.
Jake Paul, oh yeah, despicable.
Fucking horrible.
But if there's one thing he's a promoter.
Yeah, it is true.
He's a promoter.
It's like another Conor McGregor, bro.
This guy makes more money than Conor McGregor boxing.
I know, but I'm
that's
100%. First off, the whole sport of boxing makes more money than like anybody in the UFC.
Bro,
right?
Dana White hates Jake Paul because Jake Paul goes for their fighters. He's like, because he's on the fighter side, he's like, give these people healthcare.
Yeah, man. Like,
also, I'm gonna say it too. Dana White, give these fighters healthcare.
Yeah, bro. The way that these people be dying now in the octagon, come on now.
Give them healthcare. Give them healthcare after they fight too. They need that shit.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna get a manga spoiler soon, but that shit catches up to you.
Yeah, man, you took that many hits,
dude. It's gonna fuck you up. It's gonna fuck
Oh
you
yeah,
up.
man. There's no shot you're gonna end up the same way would be like when you started until when you end. Look at freaking Tony Ferguson.
Oh brother.
Tony Ferguson. Yo, you gotta retire, homeboy.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Joe Rogan. We love talking about UFC. You should have us on your podcast.
100%.
We'll talk UFC with you all day, Joe.
But yeah, no.
I'll even sit next to Jamie if I have to.
No, fuck Jamie. Fuck Jamie. But yeah, no. Have you question? This is completely random. Have you noticed how horrible of a fucking son Ippo is?
Oh, dude, yeah, this man leaves his mom all the time. But at the same time, like I can't blame him because his mom wants him to pursue his dream.
I know, but like part of me of like the my mom needs help, I'm there type of like mentality. It's like
better. Does the anime get to Itadaki? He's the kid younger than Ippo later.
Yes.
Does it get to him?
I think so. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He starts helping out at the fishing place.
I know, but like
so does Ippo's girlfriend. So
I just find it fucking hilarious though. Like homeboy really said his mom was fucking struggling. I remember now because I saw the episode. She was like struggling all by herself, and he was like, "Ugh." She's like, "No, go. I'm struggling, but go." And he's like, "Really? Thanks." And fucking runs out of there like so fast.
Yeah, that's really funny. No, eventually, like with all his prize money and stuff that they win, and
oh yeah, of course,
stuff
man.
like that. They still have the business, but it's not for what's it called again? It's not for a livelihood anymore.
Yeah, like what else was it like? What else did he do? Oh, I love how they make fun of the fact that like this man has like a massive
dick.
Yeah, bro. They
make
bro.
that joke a lot.
They make that joke way too much.
Way too much. At the beginning, dude, they make that joke way too much.
He's like, oh, and then
they're like, bro, you got a fucking sledgehammer there.
Yeah, or like when they're in the beach and they're like, oh, we can't let them get close to these women, so they like have them sit down in the sand all the way in the back.
My God. But yeah, no, man. Are you ready for me to get into manga spoilers?
Do it. I'm sorry.
All right, because I got a rant on this shit. Okay, this is your final warning.
Get the fuck out if you do not want to know.
If you don't want to hear the spoilers, but here they come. Okay, so I think the manga ends after the Suwamura fight. You get the backstory stuff. Did you see Ippo have you seen Ippo become the Japanese national champion? Well, Ippo becomes the Japanese national champion.
Damn.
Yeah, he becomes the #1 fighter in all of Japan.
He becomes the featherweight champion, no?
The featherweight champion.
The
featherweight national champion.
Yeah, you see
He's the featherweight national champion. I don't know how many title defenses you see, but he defends that shit a lot.
Damn.
In the manga, he defends it a lot. And then eventually it gets to the point where he wants to fight Miata again.
Okay.
And Miata is the IBC champion of the world.
IBC?
You know how there's the WBC,
yeah.
the WBA, which are the two big belts,
mm-hmm.
and the IBC is the intercontinental bullshit belt. It's not a good belt. It's not a real belt. I'm just gonna say, it's not a real belt, but it's a belt. But he becomes the IBC champion, so he wants to challenge him, but Miata doesn't want to fight him because he's a pussy, I guess. But he goes and he starts challenging all the other top world, like the top contenders in the IBC to fight Miata. So he becomes like the fake champion of that. And he's like, okay, well then, I don't want to compete in the WBA, but I want to compete WBC because because that's when you find out the featherweight champion of the world is this guy named Ricardo Martinez. Ricardo Martinez is fucking boxing Jesus in this universe. Guy has never lost, has never gone past 5 rounds.
Damn.
In any fight. 90%, all his wins are by knockout. All his wins are by knockout. Date mentions him earlier on in the manga that he lost to him twice. He's the GOAT. He's goated. He's incredible, right? But #1 ranked in the world is Ricardo Martinez is Mexican. The #1 ranked under him, right? The #1 contender is a guy named Alfredo Gonzalez, another Mexican fighter. So Ippo now he's working his way up the ranks. He's ranked number 3.
Oh shit!
Right, number 2 being Sendo, I believe at the time. Right, and he challenges Alfredo to a fight. Fight goes 12 rounds. Ippo gets knocked out.
Shit.
Yeah, but man literally has concussion issues now. So it
Ippo?
goes really into concussion issues. So he goes through a whole, I shit you not. This is what pisses me the fuck off. And I'm about to tell you, everybody, what pisses me the fuck off. We then go for 100+ chapters of Ippo recovering, right? And then training to get back onto the world stage to fight, to be a fighter again, right?
Yeah.
So he gets back on the world stage, training, learns how to box a bunch again, gets really good. His Dempsey roll, out of this world, develops a new style of boxing entirely. And then he fights like just a no-name guy, like rank 10 on the WBC.
Yeah.
Loses to him. A no-name. Ippo jobbed. Because they had to throw in the towel because of how many hits he was taking to the head.
Fuck.
Jobbed. And now he's retired from boxing because they say they think he might become punch drunk if he keeps fighting. So now he is a corner man. He has 2 students and everything.
Is that how the rest of the fucking manga goes?
Yeah, but it focuses on other fighters now more than anything else. For example, Sendo is probably the biggest character right now. Because Takumura's, you know how Takumura wants to have like almost every belt?
Yeah.
He's currently the unified world champion in like 4 divisions.
Damn.
In like 4 divisions. But Sendo beat Alfredo. And by beating Alfredo, he now has a chance to fight Ricardo Martinez. So that's the next big fight we're going to see.
Is that where you're at now?
That's where we're at right now in the manga.
That is so... Why is there so many chapters?
Because it's really in depth. Right now we're not there yet. Right now Mishiba became a good guy, by the way.
Oh, I bet. Yeah,
He's a
kinda
good guy. He's a good guy. His title's the Reaper, which is pretty cool.
Oh, that's sick. That's sick.
Which is very different from Alfredo, who's the death god. Alfredo's sick as fuck too, by the way. You would love Alfredo. You would love Alfredo. But he's fighting because he went up a weight class because he wasn't supposed to be featherweight. He actually went up, I think, 2 weight classes. Yeah.
Damn.
He went up 2 weight classes.
That's insane.
He went up 2 weight classes, and I think he's fighting for the world championship right now of the WBC middleweight champion, which is a Puerto Rican guy in the manga. Puñeta. I don't remember his name. I think he literally said puñeta in the manga.
Puñeta.
Yeah, it's a Puerto Rican guy. Which is, it seems like it's gonna be fun. Volg, you know Volg, the Russian guy?
Yes.
He's WBA champion.
Damn.
Yeah, he's the WBA champion. But I don't know. I don't know why Ippo was so focused on WBC when he could have gone WBA and beaten Volk again. I think they make the point that he wants to fight Ricardo.
Maybe.
But here's my huge problem with Ippo right now. Miata isn't doing shit anymore because he's depressed because Ippo's not boxing anymore. So he doesn't feel like there's a real challenge for him anymore. Right? So here's where we're at. We're in a current state of will he, won't he? Of every time he does something impressive physically, it's like, for example, he still wears ankle weights everywhere he goes.
Who?
Ippo.
Ippo?
He still wears weights everywhere he goes. And we're in a constant state now of a will he, won't he, if he's going to come back to boxing or not. And it's the biggest pain in the ass. Like, I'm sick of it. It's like, at this point, either have him come back to boxing or don't.
Yeah. Don't be like stringing people along.
Or don't. It's too much at this point. Like, how I genuinely feel the series is going to end. It's going to be a Miata versus Ippo fight, and that's it. I feel like we're not going to know the winner. It's just going to end. It's going to say round start and it's going to end. But before we get there, I think this is going to be a hot take. I think Sendo's going to beat Ricardo Martinez. Ippo's going to come back, beat Sendo for a 4th time. Because they fought in 4 times already.
That's
He's gonna beat Sendo for a 4th time, and then fight Miata, and that's it. And the series is gonna end.
1,700 chapters later.
I think it's gonna hit 2,000. I think it's gonna hit 2,000.
No shot.
100%. I think it's gonna hit 2,000.
Why?
But like, we're in a constant state of a will he, won't he, going back into fighting. I get it. I wish if the author just stopped all that and be like, okay, this is not happening anymore. He is no longer boxing. Get over it. We're going to focus on Sendo, Mashiba, Takuma, all these other characters instead. I would be more happy. Because at this point, I'm like, I get it. He's the main character. But just because he's the main character doesn't mean he has to keep boxing. You're showing his evolution as a character and as a person.
Yeah, exactly. That's like the same way when you look at, like, let's say, for example, let's say that Blue Lock took the route of, after they played for, like, you know, the best teams and all that, they became like managers.
Managers, exactly.
I would still think that's interesting. Like,
Yeah.
it's kind of like
Like, Ippo literally has 2 students now that he trains.
which is cool. I mean, like,
And they had a really cool arc of like those kids being punks
yeah,
and Ippo not giving up on them, and then they get into like a really shitty situation and Ippo sets them straight and like defends them, and they're like, okay, now they're really dedicated. But Mr. George Morikawa, the author, has done nothing with them too. I think he's stuck in a limbo where he doesn't know what he wants to do. I don't know if he wants to keep Ippo boxing or if he wants to focus on everybody else.
bro. Homeboy has stretched y'all out for 1,400
Here's what happened.
episodes.
I think
Or
he
chapters, I mean,
wanted to
but-
go hardcore into the Ippo being a mentor and a teacher now, but I think the editor pushed back. I think editors pushed back because I think that was affecting sales.
Probably.
So he went back more into the boxing heavy focus stuff with Sendo and Mashiba and all these other characters, right? To push the plot forward and to sell more copies, when in reality, he still needs to do something with Ippo, and Ippo's the main character. So he keeps him in the state of possibly coming back to boxing, but he's like, no, I can't. My brain, right?
Concussion.
Concussion, CTE. It's like, bro, like just do something with him, please.
I don't know. This
All
makes
right.
me not to want to read it.
You should read it. It's still good because the fights get better. That's the stupid thing. The fights got better. It's surprisingly enough, when Ippo's not fighting, the fights are incredible. The fights have been incredible. There's this monkey kid from Indonesia named Wally. That kid's a goat, bro.
Monkey kid?
He's a monkey. He likes to jump off the ropes and shit. He's pretty cool.
Oh, okay.
He's pretty cool, but they call him a monkey kid. But he's great. And dude, it's honestly, I just wish that the fights actually got better. The art got better. Like, it's crazy how good the fights got, but now it's like Ippo. It's just what's happening. I don't know. That's my rant.
Let's give a round of applause to Norland's manga spoilers.
Yeah,
And his rants.
it's a rant more than anything else.
I feel like this is more of a personal section for you.
It was because I don't have anybody to talk to this thing about the show about.
I was
Nobody,
just
because it's too
calmly
long.
Sitting here.
It's too long. Oh my god! And I'm gonna be here for another 600 chapters, waiting to see if Ippo fights or not. I think the author's gonna die before this is over.
Is he gonna pull a Hunter x Hunter?
Bro, that guy just plays Dragon Quest all day.
He literally hasn't finished the fucking story.
Yeah, to play fucking Dragon Quest.
Oh my god. I feel like we stressed Norland out tonight.
Yeah,
I think Norland's done.
I'm so done, bro.
I've hit a trigger point, and this
Like
this
you
is-
should still watch Read Ippo. It's good. Like, I don't know if this is a Stockholm syndrome talking, but it's good. Like, it's genuinely good. The fights are incredible. The art is 10 out of 10. But fuck, bro.
Well, there you have it. Go read that shit.
Read it. Message
then-
me on Threads.
Y'all can talk about the bonding of trauma. Literally.
Like, because it literally go into depth about like, hey, bro, you got to take care of your body and shit, which is I appreciate.
Yeah, like it actually gives you much more than the the standard. It doesn't matter if we keep boxing and taking blows to the head. We'll be fine.
Man, one of the best fights of the series is Takuma versus this guy named Hawk. Incredible. I don't know if it got animated in the anime. Because this guy named Hawk, incredible fight. Phenomenal. Was it an Ippo? Ippo wasn't fighting.
I have a feeling it's kind of like.
Oh, by the way, Miata works at a 7-Eleven now.
What the? Whatever. I feel like the exact same thing that happened to Yuji is the same shit that happens to Ippo, where the main character is like a side character now.
But that's fine with Jujutsu Kaisen when you have such a good supporting cast. Same thing with Hajime no Ippo. It got to that point where all the side characters were so like built up already.
Yeah.
Everybody's technically a main character.
True.
Plus, Gege has said it on multiple times. He doesn't like Yuji. He created Yuji because the editors told him he needed a main character.
To be fair, I like Megumi more.
Megumi, yeah, he's cool.
Like, not only that, every other character is also pretty dope.
I like Gojo.
I like Toji. Toji dead.
I like Geto.
Geto cool too.
Toji's cool. Maki great. I like Choso.
Dude, Maki's fucking insane.
Oh,
I got to the part where she's
spoilers for Jujutsu Kaisen.
now being said. And how we talk about some fucking other thing. Maki fighting the Zenin clan?
Oh, bro.
Dude.
Incredible.
Dude.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
But
yeah.
that's a conversation for another day.
Oh, 100%. We'll get to that. But I feel like this pretty much wraps up the Hajime no Ippo opinion topic / rant from Norlin and how we triggered him today.
I'm sorry.
It's all good, man. It's all good. It's gonna be okay, Norlin. It's gonna be okay. Someday. Whenever you finish the other 600 chapters that are going to be.
At this point, I don't know why I keep reading it. Like, I should just stop, but...
At this point, I feel like you've gotten too far and too invested.
I'm too far.
Yeah, I would see it as that. But yeah, other than that, feel free to hit us up on our social media pages on Instagram at Wagga Podcast and on Twitter, Wagga Podcast. Fuck, it's not even Twitter, it's X. I'm so sorry.
You still call it Twitter sometimes. It's really weird.
I know.
Like it says somebody sent you a Twitter link and then it just says X when you go to
X, and I'm like, I don't really appreciate that. Well, Wagga Podcasts and then TikTok as well at Wagga Podcast. So yeah, feel free to let us know what you guys think. And if you guys have any other questions, feel free to ask.
Later, folks.
Peace out, yo.